Rocket League has a mobile version that's unfortunately been forgotten about over the years. It's called Sideswipe, and it's basically a 2D version of Rocket League, but with slightly different mechanics. So today, I'm going to try to recreate every Rocket League mechanic from easiest to hardest in Sideswipe to find out how similar the mechanics really are. Alright, so the first mechanic we're going to start with is the half flip. Now, keep in mind, this game is 2D, not 3D, so we're going to be limited with a lot of the mechanics we can do, but you would think we would be able to do a half flip in this game, right? Well, typically in Rocket League, how you would do it is while you're reversing, you would then perform the half flip. The problem in this game is you can't really reverse. If you move the joystick in the opposite direction, you immediately turn 180. But if you really want a half flip, there is actually a way around this. So there is actually a setting here called single press air turns. And pretty much when you press that button while you're in the air, boom, your car automatically turns 180. So if we want a half flip, then we have to move our joystick up, hit the button, and then turn back down, just like that. So a half flip is possible in this game, but it's honestly pointless because moving your joystick the other way is going to make you turn 180 quicker. But now that we know about the single tap half flip button, that's going to come in handy for one of the later mechanics. Next up, we have got the wave dash. So this one for sure should be possible. There we go. That's it right there. So wave dashes are definitely possible, and you get a nice speed boost. So if you can pull them off, it might be helpful. Okay, next up is the speed flip. So I don't know if you can technically flip cancel, but here's the thing. In Sideswipe, you can only front flip or back flip, and with speed flipping you're basically doing like a diagonal flip cancel, which kind of looks more like a side flip. So you are not going to be able to pull off a speed flip in this game. There's no point though, because you can anyways go so fast already. The map's a lot smaller, so it's not something that you need. All right, next up is wall dashing, and of course this is not going to be possible because in Sideswipe you're not able to get to the sidewalls because it is a 2D game. So that also means Mina flips are not going to be possible. That's once again kind of like a speed flip. You're doing some sort of like diagonal flip cancel, so that's not going to work either. Okay, so one mechanic I keep forgetting to add in these videos as well is the pogo. So I'll just say right now, the pogo is not possible because my car automatically just flips itself up. In Rocket League, you're actually able to bounce off of the corner of your car, and that's what a pogo is. So yeah, you would think you'd be able to do it in this game, but I guess not. All right, so next up we have a turtle goal. This one is interesting, right? Because if I try to turtle on the ground, my car automatically flips itself up. So really, to get a turtle goal, I would have to kind of do it like that. I kind of just did an air dribble right there, so there you go. Air dribbles are possible as well. Obviously, they're a lot easier to do in this game than in Rocket League. All right, next up, this one's a fun one, the Evan pop. So pretty much we're popping the ball up right as it makes contact with our car while our car is still staying on the ground. Okay, so I'm trying to Evan pop. I don't think you can... I mean, there I was kind of close to the ground. That's the point. You want to stay as much to the ground as possible. That was kind of it. What do you guys think? I think we'll count that. Got a nice shot out of it as well. Okay, guys, I only realized this after recording, but there's a better way to Evan pop. So if you pop it and then tilt your car down as well while you're doing it, you can pop it so much higher and you can recover back to the ground much quicker. Next up, we have got the ground dribble. So this one, very easy to do in Sideswipe, as you can see. Now the question is, can we use a ground dribble to get a basic flick? And the answer to that is yes, as you can see right there. That's not really too surprising, but can we do an angled flick? The problem is, to do this in Rocket League, you're rotating on the one axis that you can't rotate on in Sideswipe. So that means you're not going to be able to perform angled flicks in this game. Got a few more flicks. The next one is the musty flick, everyone's favorite. So this one for sure should be possible, right? As you can see, we're doing the musty motion. It is kind of wonky though. There is a limit to how far you can rotate your nose back. I believe with musties, you rotate your nose a little bit further back, which allows it to get more power. But regardless, this should still be possible. So I'm going to try to score it right now. Okay, I think it's going to be easier if I try to do this in the air. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what I just did right there, I don't think that's a musty. I just did a gold shot, and then I hit a double tap. So we know that double taps for sure are possible in this game, just off of that. But the gold shot, if you guys don't know what that is, you're basically facing backwards to the ball. You're double tapping jump, and then you're also moving your joystick away from the ball, just like that. So I managed to do that while trying to go for the musty, and I set myself up for a double tap. Oh, I think that's it right there. Oh, okay, it's gonna sink in. I'm pretty sure that was it right there. And then the last flick I have on the list is the breezy flick. And this one isn't gonna be possible either because just like with the 180 flick, it requires you to rotate on an axis that you aren't able to in Sideswipe. But now we're gonna start going in the air more. So first off, we've got the fast aerial. So this one, definitely possible. You can do the exact same motion, just like in Rocket League. But a lot of people, they do tend to just use their flip so they can get up a lot quicker. And then they can get another reset off of the ceiling like that. So we might as well touch on flip resets right now. Yes, they are possible. That little circle you can see above my car, that is actually the flip reset indicator. So yes, they had a flip reset indicator in this game before Rocket League. So when I flip, look how it turns from green to gray. That means there's a way to reset it. Obviously, you can go off the different surfaces. And just like in Rocket League, you can also get your reset by having all 4 of your wheels touch the ball. Just like that, you saw a white flash right there. So we did get our reset from that. Now, we did the air dribble earlier, but let's go ahead and quickly do the ground to air dribble because last time I pretty much did it going off of the wall, which is how people normally do it. As you can see, we just get a couple touches. Way easier to do in this game than Rocket League, obviously. All right, next up, we got the Doomsday Dish. This one, I'm just going to roll it out already. Not possible because you aren't able to go around the quarter wall, which is how you would do that in Rocket League. Anyways, next up, we have got the ceiling shot. So the good news is there's a ceiling on the map, which means that there's definitely a chance we could get a ceiling shot. And as you can see right there, we got the ceiling shot. Very simple to do. And the funny thing is, right, the goal is the same distance from the ceiling as it is to the ground. In Rocket League, the goal's on the ground. So ceiling shots can be just as effective as any sort of ground shot. Maybe even better, honestly. All right, next up, we've got the squishy save. And once again, there is a roof on the net, which means we are going to be able to squishy save. We can just go off the roof of the net, flip forward, and we can save anything that goes near the top of the net. So that's going to be possible. All right, this is where it's going to get a little bit tougher. Next up, we've got the stall reset. I've made 3 different videos now trying to recreate mechanics in other Rocket League variants, but I've never even attempted stall resets in those because they weren't really possible. However, as I mentioned earlier, that button to be able to do a quick 180, it's going to come in handy right here. We're going to try to get a stall reset using this. So we're going to use our flip. Oh, there we go. Right there. Oh my gosh. Wait, we kind of cooked. That was first try, by the way. But essentially what I did is I got under the ball facing this way. Then I hit my 180 button. And I was able to time it to where the ball landed perfectly on my wheels. All right, now we're going to move on to some fun ones. The pinches. Now, unfortunately, my favorite pinch, my favorite shot in the game, actually, the hookser pinch or ka-chow pinch, if you know, you know. That is not going to be possible in this game because, once again, you cannot go towards the sidewall. And the same thing is going to apply with the astral pinch, which instead of the sidewall uses the corner wall. But the good thing is we know we can go on the ceiling, so that means ceiling pinches are going to be something we could actually try. I'll be honest, I've scored many of these before, as you can see, so I know they're very, very easy. But this next pinch, just based on how pinches work in this game and also how the maps are set up, this next one's going to be way harder. It's the ground pinch. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, yeah, you could ground pinch it with the gold shot, I guess, if you want to do that. But as you can see, we can definitely ground pinch. I just don't know if you're going to be able to get the height needed to score a ground pinch. I know there's a map in this game with shorter goals, so I low-key might hop onto that and try to score there. Oh! Oh, I overshot it. Oh, no. Okay, so that time I undershot it, so we're getting close. Oh my gosh, man. All right, guys, it looks like you can't score a perfect pixel ground pinch in this game. The ball just doesn't get height like that. But if you kind of go for it a little bit after it bounces, or yeah, kind of like that, then you can score it. It's not like a perfect ground pinch, but it's close enough. So one thing I wanted to add to the list, because this is something that you can do in Rocket League as well, and the name actually originated from this game. It's called the purple shot. So basically, act like you're getting a reset, right? You have your 4 wheels on the ball, but instead of flipping into it, you do like a empty jump. You just hit your jump button without moving your joystick. As you can see, you can get some very, very powerful shots with it, along with the gold shot, of course. But we're getting towards the end here. Next up, we've got the sidewall double. Obviously, once again, we cannot use the sidewall, so you can't do a sidewall double. And of course, the same is going to apply for a corner wall double, just like with the cookser and astral pinches. So now the hardest mechanic in Rocket League is the psycho. I think we should be able to psycho in this game, but I don't know how skimming works. I don't know if you can even really skim it that way. I feel like it's going to be better to try to go for the psycho above the net rather than below it. But so far, most of the mechanics have been really easy to pull off. This one's going to be the hardest one by far to pull off. Oh, this could be something. Oh, okay. I got a skim touch. It was very, very soft though. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a faster one. All right. Once again, guys, I've loaded up the map with the shorter goals. So hopefully it should be able to get a psycho on net. Okay. I skimmed it again. Hold on. Wait for it. Yeah, no, that's not going in. Come on. Oh my gosh. Honestly, dude, the setup has been the hardest part for me because there's such a small gap between the ceiling and the top of the net. That's where I'm trying to get it to before I go for my psycho touch. And it is just super hard to hit it exactly there. Oh, that could be good. I got one touch, maybe a one bouncer. Come on. No, dude. Okay, you know what? I think instead of going for the traditional skim, because that doesn't work in this game, if I do a purple shot or a gold shot, when I would usually go for the skim, I think that probably will work. And that would definitely count as a psycho too. Okay, well, this is our chance. Frick. Oh, okay, there's the purple shot. One bounce psycho. No. Okay. Purple shot. Please go in. Oh my gosh. Oh, please go in. Thank goodness, man. That probably took me twice the amount of time of all the other shots combined, but what if I told you that wasn't even the hardest shot on the list? Real quick before we get to that one, if you guys have enjoyed so far, I'd really appreciate if you could leave a like real quick and consider subscribing to help us on the road to 47k subs. Now, for those that have seen my other videos on recreating mechanics, you know what this shot is going to be. It's the open net. So, without further ado, first try. I honestly don't know how I'm hitting these first try. Anyways, all jokes aside, I recently tried recreating mechanics in Rocket League, but with literal bugs. So if you're curious what mechanics are even possible in that game, then that'll be on the screen right now. But thank you all for watching. Have a good one and keep it tough.